Welcome to Season 1. So many new things, but I'll be covering a bunch of challenge and XP related topics and PSAs, like what XP stuff is broken now. First up, seasonal challenges are here. Or are they? I might be blind or this needs a hotfix. I can't find them in Vanguard, but they are viewable through Warzone, and COD Tracker's got the full list of them. Once again, we got 20 for zombies, 20 for multiplayer, unlocked by grinding up to level 200, and this time they are very straightforward, starting with just types of weapons, then some finishing moves, some stuff similar to the camo challenges, killstreak kills. Yeah, didn't see anything crazy here. If you're into the zombies, looking similar there too, but admittedly I'm not very knowledgeable about this zombies. So yeah, no guide needed for these, but I like how simple they are, personally. I know that's just because I'm not super into seasonal challenges. I don't get a feeling of accomplishment from a seasonal checklist when it's really all about grinding through the XP every season, which I don't find engaging, interesting, or impressive. I'm guessing I'll get this one done passively because I'm interested in the camo. The XP won't be a concern, but I don't see myself being into these on their own merit. If you love the game though, it is something to do. Speaking of XP grind, it's interesting how this buggy menu makes it look like prestige is uncapped and you could just progress all the way to the end. Gee, wouldn't that be kinda cool? Just like how in the preseason, people saw these prestige icons pop up on screen every 50 levels. But the game isn't supposed to be fun, I guess, so now we've been reset to Prestige 1, it looks like, not even Prestige 3, which I thought was the preseason cap at level 100, and it says that I am 3 here, but you click into it, and oop, Prestige 1, and that is my icon. Maybe this will be corrected to 3, but it also seems like Warzone here is what it's supposed to look like, where just like last year, you progress through a few prestiges each season, and then get stopped at Prestige Master, or you can catch up to whatever you missed in the past. Yeah, it's impossible for me to care about this XP system. It's funny how there's a lifetime prestige earned, 24, which is Cold War plus Vanguard, but not Modern Warfare, because it had a slightly different system without the word prestige in it, I guess. And yeah, even though Modern Warfare is the game I have open right now, that history of season level and ribbons has been fully consumed and erased by these new games. Not that I personally care to check my Modern Warfare history. Well, let's move on to our mini XP Mythbusting section, testing another small handful of XP boost things. First, there was an interesting patch note saying snipers now level up faster, and from what I tested, snipers do now get 20% more base weapon XP per elimination, which will stack with other stuff like surplus and so on. That seems pretty nice. It is true that most people will be getting kills slower with snipers. The thing is, if you're earning weapon XP too fast, like if you're playing with lots of XP multipliers stacking on, double XP, clan party up, surplus, operator favorite, and now this, or especially if you're on small maps going ham, you're just more and more likely to be punished heavily by that soft cap throttling issue, and your weapon XP per kill will tank. So I can't care about a boost like this when that's a thing, and it's possible that it could hurt my XP more than it helps in some games. Such a shame to have so many boosts and the potential for fun ruined by that problem, needing to worry about doing too well being a bad thing. Next up, a PSA on using double XP tokens from older games. If you're thinking it's time for some double XP to get through those season challenges, well, it looks like for me, the method of popping those older game double XP tokens, then going and playing Vanguard, is no longer working. I am not getting double weapon or player XP from using those. After first checking single kills, which used to work, and that wouldn't be running into any of that throttling issue, it was clearly 1 times XP, and I also tried full games, seeing no difference. I will add that going back to Modern Warfare, these real-time countdown XP tokens have always been whack. Some things work for some people and not for others. Some people say they're able to stack them with events and get quad XP, even though they clearly say that isn't supposed to work, and it doesn't work for most people. It's never worked for me. And now this token transferring method no longer works. There's a chance it still does for you if you want to try it, but I don't know, definitely concerning that it used to work for me and now it doesn't. Seems like they've put an end to that. Gotta make you earn more tokens, right? Except, not like I even want to have double weapon XP active, because it might sometimes seem to give me less XP. Epic system we got going on here all around. Thankfully, I can switch to a positive PSA for the Battle Pass 10% player XP boost. It didn't do anything in the Vanguard preseason, but now it appears to work. 10% more player XP as intended. To be clear, it isn't 10% faster Battle Pass progress, because I still see some people thinking that. It's pretty clearly stated as player XP in all their material, in every game. It is true that player XP is a small part of Battle Pass progression, so maybe this would have a tiny, like 1-2% effect on Battle Pass speed, but it is mostly time played. Anyway, that's good. Last season was more like Cold War's Battle Pass anyway, so fair enough. Glad it does work as advertised now. Finally, a smaller question that I saw, since you can now save custom blueprints, which is great, and you can take them into zombies, can surplus work in zombies? Well, it looks like it removes all the attachments that you can't have, but it also looks like maybe you still have 10 on there? But no surplus in zombies, sadly. Same numbers with or without. It seems like it removes it properly. Sorry about that. Those are the XP topics I wanted to cover. If you're looking for any general Season 1 thoughts, I don't feel like spending a whole lot of time sharing what I think are very predictable thoughts. Warzone's Caldera is obviously the big deal right now. That is a very refreshing color palette for Warzone and plenty to explore, with the anti-cheat stuff rolling out too. Console still needs FOV slider. I know that's a very frustrating situation. I'll enjoy checking it out, but I don't know how long Warzone will ultimately hold my interest. I only played a couple games of it so far. I made a meme high damage Bren setup, which was actually quite fun. I haven't been paying attention to the developing meta yet, but I saw a lot of automatons and Car 98s on the ground. No doubt there'll be a lot to work out with the integration. Cold War was an absolute mess, and here they're adding 40 guns, each with 70-ish attachments that all work a little differently than they do in Vanguard. There aren't even detailed stats in this game to see what's up with them, but everywhere I look, there's weird stuff. This pistol grip is a hollow sight. Whoa, that's a lot of pluses on that mag, and it's weird that both Wreck and Dismantle say they increase vehicle damage. That's only Dismantle in Vanguard. Wreck is for other destructibles, and that's fine, but it also says plus damage minus fire rate on the stat bars. I mean, those bars are always nonsense, but really? What? Yeah, when people start testing stuff, I'd be shocked if everything made sense. And don't try to enter the gunsmith on the Panzerfaust, worst mistake of my life. Freezes everything for minutes before finally crashing. And the gameplay was not without issues. My audio on PC was cutting out for large sections, sometimes for 1 to 5 seconds, sometimes for 30 seconds, just no sound, while my friend on PS4 was having nothing load in at first. So that was a minor problem. Okay, I got the team. Well, you cannot even see the house that I'm in.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's a real playable game you got there.
Yep.
New Vanguard MP map looks alright, and it's neat to have Modern Warfare 3's Dome reimagined. The couple new guns is standard fare. The biggest controversy is around having 2 new perks and a grenade in the Battle Pass tiers, and pushing a bit higher in the tiers compared to the guns at 15 and 30. It is in the free pass, of course, but it takes like 20 plus hours of in-game time to get there, and you can pay to have it right away. I don't think these specific items matter very much, but it is of course the gross feeling of the slippery slope. And yeah, what a shocker. There's always that never-ending tug-of-war of them seeing what they can get away with. I find it too exhausting and pointless feeling to spend much time complaining about it. I'm sorry, you're just gonna have to vote with your wallet and not spend any money on COD points. Also, one of the perks is Serpentine, or Serpentine, giving you damage resistance while sprinting. I can see the positive of encouraging run and gun, but definitely annoying to make time to kill even more inconsistent, and it seems disastrous for snipers especially. Maybe they should just not be affected. But yeah, ultimately I went into this game and have said all along this will be an unbalanced, casual game. I would go insane if I cared about unfair things as if this were a competitive experience. It's a wacky playground where everything is OP, and I need to treat it that way to have any fun with it. I can't take it seriously. Again, I'm not saying that's the correct mindset to have, it's just where I'm at with it. Well, sorry if this was more on the negative side than focusing on the cool new stuff like the Warzone content, but I don't have much to say about that. I would like to look into weapon leveling methods in Warzone at some point, but that would have to wait for a plunder-like mode to be added where you can spawn in with your loadout. Yeah, I wish I could focus on only exciting new content. Maybe I could if it felt like they only focused on exciting new content as the way to bring people back each season, instead of doing any of this trying to manufacture retention through carefully restricted progression, both out in the open with the design of something like the capped resetting seasonal leveling, and secretly through what seems like soft-capped buggy weapon XP. The double whammy in their continued effort to make progression something you have to keep coming back for. It just makes me not care in the first place. I can still find many elements of this game fun when not taken seriously, and I find the camo system pretty well laid out. I guess the main motivation being having stuff available for Warzone if friends want to play it, so I still have some interest in that camo journey. After that, I don't know. I can't keep testing XP. I feel like a fool when it's a bad thing to earn too much. Who cares about the details? I sure was much happier when I thought the progression was consistent and made sense for once. It made it feel like a game where they wanted you to have fun instead of tricking you into playing longer. Is there any hope they'll fix that weapon XP issue? I don't know. Well, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.